And my comedy booby trap, I take 5 thoughts from my day and I try, hard as I can, to spin them into comedy gold. No promises. Did your mother ever promise you anything, Egglet Dan? Did she promise anything? No, because that's right. No, because life, not fair. Famously, not fair. You can't promise anything. Usually, best lines come from the audience. Yeah, like we've got our cooking Queen pours that later, but we've got Parsifal 2050. Yes, indeed. I believe that's the date of my death. It's how did you know? I guess Parsifal, you're right there. You got the nice red puffy jacket on. You look like a big lozenge. Are you a fan of big lozenges going down your throat? You a big lozenge man? Is Enfley there trying to suck your lozenge, suck the lozenge off your back? Who knows? Oh, come on in. It's all pretend comedy here. We've got Savage 420360. That was the what was it? That was the dimensions of a girl I used to date. I think it's a 4203. She had a really skinny waist and fat thighs. But anyway, it's so I'm being distracted by Rebecca's dress. 360. Let's do it. 360. 42360. Okay. Bing bang bong. Yes. Tie me up and tie me down. So yes. So what I do as I take 5 thoughts from a first thought. I'm going to talk about automated phone systems. I've mentioned this before, but people know this. Like when you phone your bank, when you're phoning the cell phone company, you've done that Parsifal 2050. Have you ever have to get phone support from one of these things? It's like, press 1 to... Indeed, that is exactly what it says. Usually when I press the Spanish button. I'm always doing that. Español. I'm like, no, press el número dos. No, so, once you've got yourself out of, right, the alternative Spanish language thing, you know what I'm saying, on Bracetta. Then what time the kids going to bed?
Yeah, mate.
Hey, have you got kids?
Yeah, mate.
Do they have cell phones? And do they all have cell phones? Do they? Yeah, mine do too. Yeah, how many kids you got?
4.
You got 4? Fucking hell, I thought I had too many with 3. 4, what happened there? Was that...
Not big enough TV.
Possible. Not enough big enough TV. Oh, see, if you had a bigger TV, you'd only have 2. Basically, you'll be bored. Right? TV looks like, I'm going to have to get it on. Make sweet love. Okay, Parsifal, that was really exciting when you first said it, and I managed to work it into my job. Oh, it's Italian. I'm going to be muting you now because I can't hear what I'm thinking, and I have to hear what I'm thinking, because I'm thinking huge applause, standing ovation, and a wonderful laugh track. That's what I get in my mind. Even if you're not laughing, the laughter in my mind just goes on and on. That's right. Absolutely. You got the arms up. Yeah, come in close. But there is a barrier here. Remember, the closer that you get, and the more unmuted you are, the more everything will be fun. Yes, rub the barrier. Oh, Rebecca, rubbing the barrier. But when you move your arms up and down like that, that really does it for me, I have to say. Yeah, keep going, everybody. Keep going. Faster. Yes. That's how we do the comedy thing. I'm going to follow Mr. Savage and say, oh, yes. Oh, so I'm trying to have a bitch here about these online comedy robots. Not comedy robots, no. Right? There is a cell phone company that shall remain nameless called O2, right? There's a cell phone company, right, who basically, they're fucking me over at the moment. Have you heard about these bolt-ons? Retro gaming, I'm talking about bolt-ons, not strap-ons. Yeah. I mean, that's what, Stephen and Rebecca like, but no, these bolt-ons, right, that O2 are doing, right? That's what they're standing on the table. But yeah, no, have you heard of these bolt-ons, Retro Gamer? Have you heard of them?
Yeah.
Have you got any? Have you got any bolt-ons to bolt through your necks? What have you got?
No bolt-ons.
No, you haven't. Well, for anybody else who's not following along, right, with these bolt-ons, what they are is basically you can get like Disney Plus or for like 6 months free, or like Amazon Prime for 6 months free, right? And you add these bolt-ons like through your package with O2. And I thought, I'm already paying for Prime, already paying for Disney Plus. I'll get 6 months free. Fantastic. Sounds good, right? Did it a couple of times. Turns out it's not just, Ombra said, it's not just free. It's not just free. After 6 months, what do they do? They start charging you for it. They do. They start charging you for it. I was being charged double, being charged triple. No, you can't get rid of it. I have been on and... Say again, Savage?
You have to go in and turn it off. You have to go and tell
I had to. You'd have thought. I just go and turn it off. I went in there, turned it off. I'm still getting billed for it. Right? And I'm going through their robot phone system, and it's saying if you're calling from the number that you're concerned about, say yes. And I go, Yes. I'm sorry, I didn't understand. Did you say cauliflower? No, I didn't say cauliflower. I said yes. It's like gosh, I'm pressing the buttons. I go through it. I'll give it. It's just like, I've got to give it the name. I'm going to conceal it. I've got to give it the name of my first love. I'll give it my first love, which is of course Rosebud, as you know. So I'm saying Rosebud, and I've done all the security, right? But I want to speak to a human. Give me a human. Is there any humans here, or are you bots? But no. It is. Yeah, it takes half an hour to get through to a human. And what's the first thing that a human says? They say, "Oh, can you confirm your..." Say again. Well, that would be sane. That would be sane. What the first thing they say is, "Are you calling from the number you're concerned about?" I've already told your robot that. I've already told the robot that. Then they say, "What's your security question?" I've already said that. Why are you trying to drive me mad? Are you guys relating to this? Get a bit of phone rage. Bit of phone rage, yeah, not as funny as perhaps hoped. But so actually, oh god! But they promised me 250 quid back 3 weeks ago, right? It still hasn't come, and the latest bill has come, and it's still got all of these bloody bolt-ons driving me fuck. No. So anyway, the woman has now promised to phone me back tomorrow. So I'm like, all right, I'm not going to move my phone contract just yet, But then at the end, she says, "I'll promise to phone you back." And I said, "Well, you haven't really kept your promises previously, all right, just phone me back tomorrow." And then she says, "Well, you know what she says? She says, is there anything else I can help you with?"
Oh, God.
It is. You could fucking sort it out right now instead of calling me tomorrow. But they're contractually obliged to ask, is there anything else you can help me? It's contractually obliged to waste my bloody time. Okay, well, I managed to get that out of my system. It's been good for me. Retro gamer, I mean, what makes you angry?
Next time you got dishes to do. Tell me you got dishes to do next time.
Oh, mate, that I can't see how that would help. But, I mean, I always do have dishes to do because I've got a lot of kids. Retro gamer, what makes you angry? You're offering to help me do the dishes?
No, they're offering to help you on the phone.
The dishes.
Is there anything else they can do for you?
Yes, I see. Right, you can see. Okay, best lines come from the. So that is right. No, that's just me. I mean, it's been a long year. But Retro Gamer, what makes you angry?
Slow drivers.
Slow drivers. Oh gosh. What's wrong with this? Too slow. What's too slow for you? Anything under 75?
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, it's just you're. And why are you in such a hurry? Is it those retro games? You got to get. I mean, the retro games are pretty slow, weren't they?
Games.
Yeah. What's your favourite retro game?
Oh, Super Mario Brothers 3.
Oh, Super Mario Bros. Right. So you like being racist about Italians. Yeah, you're basically Italian stereotypes. You're like, "Oh, you Italian plumbers, yeah." Okay. It's pretty retro. I mean, both the games and the racism. Okay. Right. So look. Second thought of my day. I've talked before about New Year's resolutions. Has anybody decided on their New Year's resolutions? Anybody planning to down the mandrel? Are you going to be drinking more drinks out of your hat? Talking through your hat. Hats off to you. What was you got to plan your New Year's resolution? What's up?
I've got no fucking clue, mate. I don't know.
No fucking clue. I'm a man after my own heart. I don't know what's going on. Rebecca, New Year's resolution?
I never stick to them, so no.
No. Willie, 2001. Maybe that could be a New Year's resolution. 2001 Willies. I mean, 1 year. That'd be a way to go. What are you thinking about a New Year's resolution involving Willies?
Stay away from women.
Stay away from women. Okay.
What were you coming for? Because I'm the only one.
Women. I mean, women. They are. Women are the alpha and the omega. They are complex. Subtle, sophisticated, just impossible. I mean, all possible, or perfectly beautiful. It's just
not all the fucking same. Don't get me in this argument, bitches. I'll take all your fucking heads off.
Girlfriend, Steve. Let's move on. Any New Year's resolutions for yourself, Stephen? Cope with the adult daycare. Relax, yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. No, but relax. That's a great New Year's resolution. A bit more relaxation. Retro gamer, you got a New Year's resolution?
No.
No. All right, that's fair enough. Hylian Mermaid, New Year's resolution, coming in more frequently to talk over my set. Is that going to be something you do more next year?
I didn't know what was happening until I noticed it.
Can I ask you some questions?
What is happening here? Mr. Guys is here. Yeah, so this is. I mean, I know it's often not as funny as we might like it to be. Or I think the laugh tracks in my mind. Oh my god, you should really be in my mind. But no, so like for me, I unlike Rebecca, I keep Lucifer in a small box under my bed. I love him because he's like a little chocolate hazelnut satanic treat. No, look, what I'm talking about is my New Year's resolutions. I bloody keep them. I do. 2 years ago, gave up alcohol. No more alcohol. Still not doing it. 3 years later, year of that caffeine. No more caffeine. You think, how much caffeine do you think I'm on, Retro Gamer? Fucking none at all, mate. This is all high on my own supply. There's no caffeine involved in this production whatsoever. It's fucking just my normal state. Anyway, but no, other thing, gave up mass media news. Oh God, look, she's cooking and bouncing and cooking broccoli and corn. You know it's all there. But so like, really, mass media news. And occasionally what I will do, little treat. I'll just sneak a glance at the headlines in the supermarket. Did you follow the mass media news, Retro Gamer, all the crazy world stuff?
Same as you. I'll glance at the headlines, but that's it.
You glance at the headlines, but it is. Well, basically, I think it should be. It's not the Daily News. It's the Daily Fear. It's the Daily Fear. Man stabbed. 270 people die in a plane crash. There's a monster storm here, and we're all going to die. That's what it is. It's what it is. It's basically.
I do not want to hear that when I go away next.
You don't want to hear that when you. So what am I going to disturb your dreams now?
I'm going to Egypt. I do not want to hear this.
That's what I'm saying. You don't need to hear it. It's fucking irrelevant. It's like you got more chance of being hit by an asteroid than you have of being like dying in a plane crash. I mean, it's like basic and death. I hate to break it to you, it does come to us all. You might as well enjoy yourself while you can. You know what I'm saying? Down the mandrel. I mean, resolution, no resolution, whatever you do. I mean, drink. Enjoy that. I mean, this is a good question actually. For many of you, what would you do if there was 30 minutes left? What would you do, Dan the Mandrill, if there was 30 minutes left to live? What would you do?
Masturbate.
You'd masturbate. Fine choice. Get that go on one last high. What would you masturbate on? Try and come on something ingenious, into the fish tank, into the, I don't know, like, would you try and make it a special one? Use some lube? What would you do to jazz it up?
If it's like outside,
you like retro?
If I know the world is ending, then I guess I'd just go outside into like the most public place. And, like,
okay, there we go. Like in the shopping mall, in the cinema. Yeah, there we go. I guess go out with a bang. Stephen, if you had 30 minutes left to live, what would you do? Can you top Dan the Mandrill? Would you wank him off to help him get it, or would you do something? What would you do in 30 minutes? Yeah, if it was all going to end, what would you do? I have sex about 80 times, or just once for me, depends. Mate, I guess you live. It's more we're thinking of like if it's just you've got 30 minutes. Oh, what would you do, Queen Fox Sally? You'd eat some broccoli and some corn. What would you?
I would go to the places that do like the broadcasts and go like fuck you everyone.
Okay, you just get online and go big fuck off, fuck yeah. So we can imagine the videotape, but basically you can imagine
except for my families and friends. That's it.
Okay, so we can imagine the videotape montage would basically be Dan the Mandrill running into movie theaters and masturbating, Stephen like running around trying to find someone else, and in the background, Queen later running and trying to find a big broadcast base and then not getting there in it all. I mean, we could make a short film out of this. I think it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Anyway, I mean, for me, actually, no, New Year's resolution, not that you necessarily care, but my New Year's resolution next year is going to be, what's it going to be? No more social media on my phone and podcasting. Yes, podcasting. Yeah, actually, I do have a very interesting to me podcast. You might love it. It is called Comedians on Technology, People and Drugs, and it's on Spotify and on Apple, whatever they are, iTunes. Check it out. It's a podcast. Me interviewing comedians. I just interviewed a blind comedian. I've interviewed a comedian who lost his wife and is now single and sort of traveling the country. It's exciting. And Meow is it? You like Meow? Hey, did you have a podcast?
I don't have a podcast now.
You have a podcast? Come on! I mean, I think the kitchen. I think you need a podcast. I think she needs a podcast. You need Stephen. Don't you think Meow would do an amazing podcast? Yeah. We've got dulcet tones. Well, you guys just start doing comedy, and I'll interview you all on my podcast too. We'll interview you on my podcast. Anyway, but so look, me third thought of the day. I tell you something. I do feel rather cold, right? I mean, not emotionally. I mean, because I'm very warm. I'm so warm. Mate. So no. I like physically. I feel as I've got a bit older, I start to feel. Anybody else suffer from feeling a bit cold? I mean, Stephen, you look like you're pretty chilly there. You got some heavy duty, Parzival. You've got the old lozenge on. Yeah. Anybody else like me feel a bit cold? I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I only get cold.
Heating's always on.
You only get cold in the feet. Right, I guess wear some socks, maybe. How many socks do you wear, though? This is the key.
I wear plenty of fluffy socks, and I still get cold in the feet.
Well, see, the trick, Vil Stuffix, as you'll know, because you'll be stuffing your feet in 2 pairs of socks and slippers. That's the trick. That's it. Basically, the key to staying warm is layer up, lads. That's what I'm saying. Retro gamer, get on some retro long johns. That's it. Long johns, underlayer, all of this stuff. Get that done. Now, for me, I don't know. In my house, I sleep fully clothed. I do, because it's just, oh my goodness, I feel the chill.
I do the same
chill.
thing.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you like me?
Yeah.
Do you have a woolly hat on?
I bypassed the woolly hat.
Bye-bye.
I don't know. The thing is, I have not, in real life, got a lot of hair. Basically, you when you get a bit older, if you're unfortunate enough, like me, to lose that hair, you may find that you need to sleep. You know, Savage 420 360 will relate to it. You need a bit of extra coverage on the head. Yeah, a bit of extra coverage on the head. And so I mentioned this to my uncle the other day, and he said, "Oh, do you have a bobble on that hat?" And I said, "No, only when we're doing Where's Wally roleplay." Okay, well, I'm glad that I paused there to hear, Meow's very, very considerate laugh. Well, yes, the best laughs usually come from the audience. I thought that's pretty. Where's Wally roleplay? I mean, the stripy jumper, the hat. It's like, gotta find it. And I hide myself in the cupboard and see if my wife can find me. That's where's Wally roleplay? It's great. Everybody gets off. Nobody loses. There we go. Okay, we've got PSTG. What does that stand for? PSTG? Is that like post-traumatic stress gaming? Post-stress?
It's my
traumatic
initials,
gaming?
but yeah,
It's
why
your
not?
initials. Yeah, why not? Oh, we've got Restar family. You got the, and so well, I'm distracted, but she's standing in exactly the right place. All of you should be as close as Restar family. He's got amazing earrings on there. What does Restar family mean? Resitar family? What's that about?
Don't really know.
You don't really know. I mean, that's a great answer. It's a great answer. Is there anything that you do know? Do you have any interesting thoughts today?
How did I end up in this world?
I ask myself that question all the time. How did we end up in this world? Is this world just a dream? What this is, right, this world is the Scenic Club, and it's me doing my comedy booby trap where I take 5 thoughts from my day and I try to spin them into comedy gold. I mean, the thing is, I come in here, look, I come in here on Mondays and Wednesdays and Saturdays and other times as well, and basically the thing is, I can't do the same comedy over and over again. I have to keep on making up new stuff. How else am I going to be able to laugh at the same joke over and over again? It's just not fair, is it? Not fair at all. No. There we go. We got Mahood Jahar, we got Dave 11502. But this is a question: how do we end up in this world? I mean, Stephen, do you think it's all a dream? Is there any reality? Are there just layers? Is it all just visions?
When a man loves a woman.
It's all visions. Real people. That's the thing. I'm always searching for the real people. Could the real people put their hands up? Real people, give me some gay pride confetti in the ceiling. Are you real? Are you really real? Are you really real? Come on. Yeah. If one of you's really real, come on, stand up here and give me a real thought from your day. Something that sort of inspired you or was different or whatever. Like, everybody, I ask them what they feel. Oh, no, same old, didn't do anything. Come on. Anybody got a real thought that they can share? Anything really novel that they thought of today? Anything different? Could be weird as fuck. Whatever you like. Go on.
What are atoms made out of?
What are atoms made out of? It's a good question. They're made out of quarks and leptons and bosons. And this is the whole thing, is the God particle, the Higgs boson, is now being discovered. And it really is there, giving all particles mass. So you're going to say no, Mahmood? You're going to say it's all angels and devils, is it?
99% of the atom is actually empty space.
Yeah, well, indeed, just like my comedy, it's empty. But it's those little comedy protons, the little comedy electrons, all the things down to the subatomic particles. That's what it's all about, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. What else am I detail before I talk about smelly people at the supermarket? Have you been a smelly person at the supermarket, Retro Gamer? Have you ever been caught stinking up the supermarket? In your rush to get home to Retro Game? No.
Like every weekend.
Is it? Are you the smelly? Are you the smelly person, or are you? Or are you the smeller? The smeller
No,
or the
because,
smelly?
like,
I definitely am
I'm the
not.
smelly because I get to work, I do some whatever making my crap, and then I stink of garlic, and then I go to frickin' Morrison's and buy some stuff, and I swear people look at me like, "Oh my god, you just stink of garlic." That's horrible.
So right, so you're making crap with garlic. I mean, don't you just need to sit on the lavatory and just boom boom? I mean, to make the crap.
Yeah,
Where's the garlic coming into it?
Well, because
Where does the garlic come into?
We make a lot of garlic breads at work. So like,
Garlic
I go in the
breads,
supermarket and I
okay.
stink of garlic.
But see, I love garlic. I'm a big fan of garlic, and I'd say that's a nice kind of smell. I mean, more I'm talking about the onion people. Have you met the onion people on Bristolmena at the supermarkets? They're just people, I think.
Onions.
I got a friend who got checked.
You've got a
out the
friend.
job centre
Everybody
for
should have a
smelling
friend.
Too much.
What does your friend do? He smells too much.
He got checked out of the job centre for smelling too much.
He goes around smelling other people.
Because it smells too much.
No, he smelled. It was his body odor. I mean, I've been thrown out of any number of kindergartens for going around smelling the kids. They smell so nice. Those kids are. Yeah. No, come on. Like this. Kindergartens. Come on. We've all been there. Fresh babies. Goodness me. I'm glad this is not being recorded. It isn't being recorded, is it? Anyway, no. None of this is invisible in it. I'm sure this is not invisible in court. My name is John Bloggs. When I go to kindergartens, I'll tell you, absolutely, goodness me. No, but many people in the supermarket, I was there in the supermarket today, there was one shelf stacker, right? And he was just, they have these really tight Christmas jumpers on, which aren't quite sexy, but I mean, he'd been stacking the old turnips. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Steve? Stacking the old turnips. He'd been stacking those turnips. No, right, like turnips, the food that some people eat mashed and, in Blackadder and stuff. Anyway, he'd been stacking those tracks. It's back-breaking work, the stacking the turnips. And God, did he smell. I was like, I got to. But then, I was sort of staggered away from him, and there was that two old people. And I mean, I'm a big fan of old people. I'm soon to be one. These two old people. God,
Soon to be one.
It's like that onion. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting up there. I do wash regularly because it is, that old people. Are you familiar with that old people spell, Lieutenant Knox, in the army?
No, man, I wash twice a day, bro. I'm a machinist, though, so I have to.
What is it that you wash twice a day? Is your whole body?
My
just
whole
the
self,
armpits?
bro. I don't know what you mean. I mean,
but can you really wash that psyche? Can you really wash that psyche? That the broken, painful things inside your brain. Can you wash that out? Can you get rid of your trauma and your horror? You do.
Every day.
So through the years, so basically, it's ear, nose, and throat.
Can.
Jamud, say again. What's that? Is empty space, Mr. Empty Space?
You can use psychedelics. You get there.
Psychedelics to wash out your mind. Absolutely, psychedelics to wash out your mind.
Just a hashish.
Yeah, no, psychedelics, there can be. I've been hearing all about, was it Mr. Ramdas, who was a guy, was it David Alpert, who was a professor who went to India in the 1970s and met this Maharaji kind of guy who seemed to be this like Jesus, kind of like infinite connection with the oneness of everything, and basically came back. And I'm reading this book, it's called Love Everyone. It's called Love Everyone, right? And this is actually my other New Year's resolution is going forward, I'm going to be loving everyone. I mean, fucking everybody. No, I mean, I'm loving, no, not fucking everybody because I'm married. No, I'm going to be loving everyone. I'm going to be even the smelly people in the supermarket, even if I don't like their smell.
Yeah, no, they all need love too. They just need to do it 10 feet away from me.
Exactly. That's the beautiful thing. Yes, indeed. Goodness me, it's all doing. We've got Parsifals. He's just jumping in red lozenge. Mystic Eyes there. How's it going? Have you come up with a New Year's resolution for 2016 or 2025, whichever one's coming first?
I don't know. I mean, he's definitely all Portugal out.
Basically, Mystic Eyes is being completely mystic. That's some unreasonable. Lost to the ether. Meow. We were talking about have you got a New Year's resolution for the next year? More garlic?
No, I try not to make one because I always.
You're not.
Every single time, I always fail them.
It's just it's willpower. It's willpower. You just need like a level of insane intensity. Like, so do you know what my New Year's resolution was last January 2024? What it was?
What's that?
Come in here as much as possible and do stand-up comedy relentlessly for the entire year.
Hey, succeeded.
Hey, I mean, I succeeded. Whether it was comedy, I mean that it's subjective. It's subjective. I don't know. Retro Gamer 983. Mario. Again, the racism towards Italian plumbers, that's not subjective. We know that that's wrong and you should just stop it. But me, the comedy, I'm not sure. Okay. Because what I really need is a backstory. You think everything, isn't comedy? Well, Stephen, do you prefer your comedy? Do you like one-liners, or do you need a bit of a backstory? What do you like? Is it? You prefer the one-liners? Damn.
Bad jokes.
Damn. Okay. That's a shame because mine's all backstory. It's all backstory. The bad jokes are good too. Yeah. No. What I really like about a backstory with a tramp stamp.
There you go. That works.
There you go. That's right. Because we did have. I mean, I thought I'd do it because I was listening to my backstory day. Tramp. Are you a fan of tramp stamps? PSTG? Do you have some ink done on your old booty?
Covered in them.
Covered them.
Yeah. I'm all tramp stamps.
It's all tramp stamps all over. Goodness me, completely
tramp stamp.
No room
I
left.
mean, this is the thing. You know, he just loves kicking in the homeless. That's basically what it is. Tramp stamp. You know, it's like, yeah, you know, bit of wordplay. Those homeless bloody poor fuckers, aren't they? It's the tramp stomp. That is a very, very wrong Broadway musical. Tramp stomp. You know, they're doing all this thing. They're making all this music stamping on homeless people. It's wrong. It's wrong.
No bin lids, all homeless people.
No bin lids, all homeless people. But they have selected homeless people at different levels of alcoholism, and they get really precise sounds out of the different people. So it's like, I mean, you know, it is a beautiful sound, but it is deeply wrong. Yeah, no, Jesus. Indeed, Jesus himself offered himself up to actually be for the finale because Jesus, you know, when his decayed corpse. It really, you know, it was a kind of crescendo. I think this is the thing. Jesus would give him, wouldn't he? If Jesus came back now, he'd give himself to be, you know, a body in a strange musical production of Tromp Stomp. Wouldn't he?
He also has great acoustic holes.
Best lines come from the audience. Anyway, well, let's sort of remove because we can't touch on tramp stamps without mentioning, you know, of course, the I think the top 5 things that are written on tramp stamps. Have you ever had sex with somebody who's got a tramp stamp, retro gamer?
Oh Jesus! Here we go. With this.
No, you never seen her. Crazy Cat. You've encountered a tramp stamp, have you? What did it say? You're gonna unmute and tell us what the tramp stamp said. So the top 5 of the different tramp stamps are, of course, harder. That's a common one. Harder.
Seriously, harder? You saw one of those?
I can hear you. Yeah, hey Jack, how's it going? Harder on a tramp stamp. That's a good one. Yeah, please don't come inside me. That's I think that's number 4.
Is it in there?
I was going to try to do that. What?
Were you? He was going to try to do that. I think number 3, Daddy Doesn't Love Me. That's a top one.
Yeah.
It's number 2. It's Buy Me a Car. Yeah, and of course, the old favourite, number 1, as thought of by our beautiful Meow, is Insert Here.
Wow, definitely number 1.
Hey.
With an arrow.
With an arrow pointing to in here, or insert here and here and here and here, and just have fun. Yeah. There we go. Right. Whoever it was there has a tramp stamp. It's been offended. So if anybody has a tramp stamp, you know, it's all a bit of fun. It's all a bit of fun, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Should we find a lot? I don't know. Mohabta, have you got a New Year's resolution that you want to share with us? Anything you'd like to make different in the new year? Not attending any more comedy shows ever, perhaps?
Not sure really. Haven't thought about it yet.
No. Well, I think let's finish on not sure. I mean, what's the secret to life, the universe, and everything? We're not sure. I'm desperately hoping it's comedy. I'm desperately hoping my comedy gets better in 2025. I'm going to keep coming in here. I'm going to keep doing it. I just love it. There we go. But let's reflect on what we learned this evening. What did we learn this evening? We learned that basically O2 is a shit company. Don't get your phone contract through O2. They suck. And I hate talking to their answer machine. Just fuck them. Fuck them. Mass media, they're bastards. It's the Daily Fear. They're just they're getting on someone. But every time you have an anxiety attack, I think the mass media get paid some money. Just ignore them. Sleeping fully clothed. Remember to keep a bobble on that hat, on that woolly hat, so you can do the Where's Wally role play. Smelly people in the supermarket. You gotta love them, but you don't have to stand next to them. And realistically, if you need a backstory, make sure it's one with a tramp stamp. This has been your comedy booby trap. Yeah, my name has been Sam Joseph. Let's give it up for Stephen and the Scenic Club for providing this environment, the thrill, the myth, the legend. Please stick around tomorrow. There's going to be a New Year's Eve celebration. Check it out on the wall there. They've got basically timers from GMT to PST to PMT. If you've got your period, you can still turn up. It's basically click over there to be interested. Be here all night for all of the New Year's Eve fun in multiple time zones. Do it with everybody all around the world. Love everyone. Fuck everyone. At least, sort of physiologically. opinion. There we go. I'll be around. We've got our big unknown theatre, show on Friday. We're going to try and have our blind Belgian comic in again if we can work out the accessibility issues. And I'll be back in here. What is it? Wednesdays. I'll be here on New Year's Day. There we go. I'll be in on New Year's Day with lots of other things up at the usual time, 10:30, and then I'll be in for the late show on Saturday. You've been a beautiful audience. Come on, one last. Give yourself. Come in and rub the barrier for one last bit of comedy crescendo. Come in close. Rub the barrier. Yeah, round and round. Tweak your nipples. Tweak your nipples. Tweak your nipples. Tweak your nipples. Yes. Comedy Trap. I love you. Yes.
Must be great.